Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to explain for you how to find the set of solution for inequalities. We have here in this video three inequalities. I will explain for you how to find the set of solution for each of them and how to express the answer in terms of intervals. Also, I'll show you how to represent the answer on the real number line. Okay, let us start with the first one. As you see here, we have in this inequalities the terms which has x variable exist in both sides. Like here we have minus 2x and here we have 3x. So the first step is to make organizing for these inequalities. I mean, move 5 from here to the other side, moving the 3x from this side to the other side. We need to add negative 3x here and negative 3x here. You know, adding or subtracting will not change the sign of inequality. That means this sign should stay without a change. So we just added minus 3x in both sides. So we'll write all the terms of inequality as it is given to me. So this is the first step. Now we see we can cancel minus 3x here with plus 3x because this will give me 0. And 8 remain here. And in the other side, we have now minus 3x and minus 2x will be added together. So we have minus 5x. And still we have also plus 5. So we can write it here. So adding minus 5 in both sides. If I add here minus 5 and here minus 5, and the sign of inequality will stay without a change. So here we will write plus 5 minus 5x, and here 8 minus 5. Again, this will lead to cancellation between minus 5 and plus 5. So this will give me 0 and minus 5x will stay here. Is less than the result now for this 8 minus 5, it will be 3. After that, multiplying or division. So if we multiply by the reciprocal of minus 5 or divide on minus 5, whatever, it's the same meaning. So when we make division over minus 5, we'll make it in both sides also. So minus 5x, I mean, divided on minus 5, and the 3 divided on minus 5. Now the sign of inequality will be in opposite. So it will change into greater than, from less than to greater than. This happens every time we multiply by negative or make division on negative, any negative number, just x, because negative 5 will cancelled with negative 5. So still here x only is greater than minus 3 over 5. This is the answer for this inequality. We need to express this in terms of interval. How can we write it in terms of intervals? Look now, if you pay attention, there is no sign of equal here, just sign of greater. That means the interval will be open. That means the number here which will be not included in the answer. That's why I put open circle, and so we will move all this direction to plus infinity. This is how to represent the answer on the real number. So this interval is part of the real number. If you consider the real number, all this line you see the answer is just started after minus 3 over 5 and go to the end, which is plus infinity. That means it's not number, but it refers to there is no end to this. So this is the expression on the real number line, and the answer in terms of interval will be x belongs to the interval open at negative 3 over 5 and open also at positive infinity. Okay, this is the way of finding the solution for this inequality. This is simple equation, so let us go for another equation. Now in the second equation here, in this inequalities, you see we have fractions. When we have fractions, we need the first step to get the new shape of the inequality without a fraction. That means we have eliminate the bottom numbers here and here. How can we do that? 3 by 4, that's mean 12. If you find any difficult to find that, so it's better to do that in 2 steps. I mean, first step, just multiply both sides by 4. By this way, you can eliminate the number 4 in the bottom here. And the second step, multiply again both sides by number 3 to eliminate the number 3 here. So you can do it, just multiply by 4. Multiply here by 4 and multiply here by 4. And multiplying in positive number of 4 is positive number, as you see. It will not change the sign of inequality. That means this sign will stay without change. No change in it. Here we have 3x plus 2 divided by 4. And here we have 5 minus x divided by 3. Okay, so we have cancellation now. This cancellation 4 with 4. And we got 3x plus 2 on this side. Still in the other side, we don't need to write the answer, just write it as it is appear here, because we will do the same thing but just multiplying by number 3. When you multiply by 3, also as 3 is positive, we will not change the sign of inequality. Here multiply by 3 and here multiply by 3. I will put brackets here. This will be multiplied by both of these two numbers. Now we can make also cancellation. 3 with a 3. And here, by make multiplication, 3 times 3x will give me 9x plus 3 times 2 will be 6 is less than or equal. Now 4 multiplied by 5 minus x. That means 20 minus 4 by x. That means 4x. You see, as I told you, we can do that in one step. From the first here, we can just multiply by 12. This will lead you to this result. That means I will move now negative 4x to the other side. I will move 6 to the other side. You see, I added like negative. I added 4x positive, I mean, and negative 6. And again here, 4x positive and negative 6. And the result for this, there's cancellation. We canceled negative 4x with positive 4x. We canceled this and this, and we canceled this and this. So this is the result for after cancellation. After then, what we have still here, we have the result. The result will be 14 and the same sign and 13x. Now we divide over the number in front of x, which is coefficient of x. This number, we divide on 13 and divide on 13. This leads to only one x here because 13 will be cancelled with 13 here. So only x remains is less than 14 over 13. 14 over 13, that means like 1 and 1 over 13. How can we represent this on the real number line? On real number line, if you consider this is the real number line, it extends to positive infinity here and start from negative infinity. You can choose any point here to represent this number. If you consider it here, you see here the sign of less than or equal. When we have or equal, that means the point here we will make circle like dot, not empty. And we will take all the numbers less than, that means we will move to the left. This is less than. And equal, so this is closed. This circle is closed. This is the interval represent the answer. We can express it here. X belongs to the interval open from negative infinity and be closed at this number, which is 14 over 13. As it is closed, we put here the symbol of closed by this way. So this open, this closed. Okay, this is how to find the solution for this inequality. Now let us move to the third inequality. You see in this third question, we have little bit difference in this inequality from the other two we already solved. What's the difference? Here we have inequality of the second degree. Here, as we have square, that means this inequality of the second degree. We need to make solution by different way. First, let us consider the equation which is the same shape of the inequality, but as it is equation, that means we will put, instead of the sign of inequality, we will put the sign of equality. That means equal 0. And we try to solve this equation. We can solve it by any way you know it. If you like to try the factoring, that's fine. 5x squared can be written as 5x times x. And the number 6 can be written as 6 times 1. And the signs both are positive. Try to check if the answer is correct or not. That x. 5x times 6, that means 30x. So the adding will give you 31x, which is not this number. So we have to change. We can write here 1 and here 6. If we write here 6 and here is 1, again we will check the answer. Here 6x and here 5x. So 5x plus 6x, that means 11x. That's it, the same number here. So this way is correct. So by factoring, you try a few times until you get the correct answer. In this way, we got the first brackets and make them equal to 0. This will lead to the value of x. So 5x is equal negative 6. 5x is equal to negative 6 by moving 6 to other side. Then divide on 5. So x will be negative 6 over 5. This is the first value for x. So x is equal to minus 6 over 5. This is the first answer. Take the second brackets and make them equal to 0 again. We take the second brackets, second factor, is equal 0. That means when moving 1 to the other side will be a negative. That means x is equal negative 1. So this is the second answer. Now, we will represent these two numbers on the real number line. We draw the real number line and put these two numbers you see here negative 1 and here negative 6 over 5. 6 over 5, that means 1 and 1/5, all in negative. That means when you get the two numbers, try to pay attention to the order. So negative 1 is here and negative 6 over 5 is here. Okay, now we will study the sign for each factor of these two factors. First factor, 5x plus 6, and the second factor is x plus 1. This factor has the value 0 at this number. And this factor has the value 0 at this number. So under minus 1, we will put 0 in front of this factor. got any number before this number, I mean like in this interval, and make substitution here. What about the value? Will be negative or positive? Let us try. Take -2. -2 is here, or -3 or -4. Any number less than this number to be in this interval. If we take -2 and put it here, 5 times -2, that's mean -10. -10 plus 6, that's mean -4. I consider in this case the sign for this will be negative. Here will be negative, and after then it will be positive. Will stay positive to the end of the line. You see how we decided the sign for this value? We will repeat it again for this factor. When we take this -1.5 here, 1.5 also is still in this area, and put it in here, so -1.5 plus 1, that's mean -half or -half. So this will be negative here and here and here and here, still negative all this way till getting -1, it will be 0. Here will be 0. And after then will be plus. I mean, we need now to multiply 5x plus 6 multiplied by x plus 1. And see the sign for the 3 parts here. We have 3 parts. This part, and this part, and this part. We have 3 parts, the real number line divided into. In the first part, what's the sign will be? Here negative and here negative. So multiplying negative by negative will give me positive. So the sign will be positive here for the result of multiplication. For this interval, which is between the two numbers, the sign is the result of positive by negative. Positive by negative, it will give you negative. And the third part, we have positive times positive. Positive for the first factor and positive for the second factor. So multiplying will give you also positive. So the result, we got it. We have 2 intervals are positive and 1 interval is negative. So this interval is positive and this interval is also positive. So these 2 intervals together represent the answer for the inequality we started with this inequality. So the answer will be these 2 parts. We can write the answer as the first interval, which is from -infinity to -6/5. -infinity to -6/5. This is the first interval. And the second interval from -1 till positive infinity. These 2 intervals together represent the answer for this inequality. And you see I wrote the intervals are opened from both sides because there is no sign of equal here with the sign of inequality. If there is sign of equal, so that's mean we add this edge and this edge, and that's mean we make it closed here and closed here. Be careful about the description of the interval. If it's open, closed, half open, half closed, and so on. These should be both are opened. This is the end of this video. I hope it will be easy for you to understand it, and I hope to see you again in another video. Thank you for watching. See you again. Bye bye.